Hi, my name is George Molina. I am a recent graduate this last semester. I graduated with my bachelor's in computer science, and I am one of the co-founders and administrative head of Bandit Game Studio, and I am one of the head organizers of the Borderland Glitch Game Jam. So a game jam in general is you could call it a competition. It tends to be with a group of game developers or anyone who kind of knows how to make a game to some capacity. And you normally are given a certain amount of time. The more common game jams happen like over a weekend or over a week. You tend to have a lot of people like who are working in game studios kind of get online on Discord or something over the weekend or after work, and they kind of make their games, right? And so the point is, normally they'll give a prompt, and after that prompt, the people will make a game based off of that, and then kind of at the end, people just play each other's games and kind of have fun. So the Borderland Glitch Game Jam is a little bit different, more in its formatting. So our game jam happens during a weekend, so it happens on April 12th. All the teams kind of get together. We reserve the Undergraduate Learning Center here at UTEP for all 3 days. And so we have a full-on opening ceremony, check-in, like a full normal conference. And then we kind of give you guys the prompt. Teams are given a room in the UGLC. So you and your team will have a classroom to kind of sit in, work in, kind of discuss without having to worry about maybe other people listening or judging if that's kind of what you're worried about. We provide speakers from industry. Last year we brought in CEO of Shell Games, Jesse Shell, as well as Thomas Winkley, which is a representative from Unity. And so we have speakers. We give you like 30 minutes of Q&A, so you get to talk to these people, kind of ask maybe questions that you might personally have about the industry or about anything that may interest you. And then along with that, we have a prize at the end. We provide food. It's free entry. So honestly, unlike maybe other competitions, we also don't require any level of experience, right? The prompt that we give you is kind of up to you how complicated you want to go with it. So we might have teams with game developers that are super advanced and they love making games, and they might make something crazy, something super complex. Or you might have a team it's their first game like ever, and so they're gonna go for something more simple. And at least in our game jam, one isn't better than the other. It's just whichever one people have the most fun playing. The planning process is interesting. So the game jam is hosted by Bandit Game Studio ever since last year, since it was our first year. When planning an event like this, doing a game jam in general isn't that complicated, right? All you really need is a prompt and people. But the part that makes us special and the part that is what's fun about coming to our game jam is the hardest part, planning wise, right? So things like, what are you going to feed the people, right? How are you going to make it so that way they all can get registered in a nice way? How do you market such an event? If you're going to want rooms for each team, what rules do we need to abide by from the university? The building has a fee, for example, for reserving it to that scale. Where do you get the funding for that, right? So getting the logistics of funding, university policies, and just making it the best event that it can is the more stressful part. But at the end of the day, like, the result makes it worth it. On an event planning scale, I want this one to go well. I want everyone to have fun. I want to see some really cool games, some really fun games come out of it. But this, for me, with Bandit and with the Game Jam, it's just the beginning. So I'm wanting this to be just another stepping stone for the Game Jam and for game development in El Paso. So that way we have bigger and better game jams, more sponsors who want to come to El Paso to hire people from here and to be like, okay, I want to see what El Paso can make.